Welcome to Madhu's Online Academy. Now I am going to discuss the question and answers on the topic Advent of Europeans. So this class consisting of only, remember, 6 questions. Actually, I have prepared many parts on this topic, that is Advent of Europeans. This is part 1 of it. So this consisting of only 6 questions. Okay. As well, the same questions also available in Telugu Medium. Same questions along with explanation also available in Telugu Medium. Right. So this is Advent of Europeans part 1 question paper. So let us look into discuss the first question. So match the following list 1 with list 2 and select answer from the codes given below. So in the list 1, what are the areas? What are the years given? 1453 AD, 1498 AD, 1524 AD, 1509 AD. So next in list 2, Battle of Dayu, death of VascodaGama, Constantinople was occupied, death of Albuquerque, VascodaGama reached to Kallikota. So here for the A, so here right answer is, remember, so in the year 1453, what was happened? Let us look into that details, right? Constantinople was occupied. So in the year 1453, Constantinople was occupied by whom? Sultan Muhammad the second. Sultan Muhammad the second, who was a tremendous ruler of Ottoman Turkish Empire. Ottoman Empire, remember, Ottoman Turkish Empire. So he was the emperor, ruler of Ottoman Turkish Empire. He occupied Constantinople in the year 1453. From whom? Constantine the 11th. So actually coming to the background history of this Constantinople city, remember the present name of this Constantinople is, remember, so Istanbul. What is that? Istanbul. It is now in Turkey. So Constantinople was built by Constantine the First. So Constantinople was built by Constantine the First. Remember, Constantine the First in 4th century AD. Remember. So later in the mid of the 15th century, exactly what happened? This was occupied by the Sultan Muhammad II, who was the greatest ruler of Ottoman Turkish Empire. So what happened in the medieval history was, both, Christians and Muslims claimed some cities belongs to them only. For example, both groups claimed that, so the cities namely Antioch, Edison, Tripoli, Jerusalem, Constantinople belongs to them only. So then what was happened? That led to the outbreak of the wars called crusades between holy wars. Crusades means holy wars between whom and whom? Christians and Muslims in medieval history. Remember, finally Constantinople was occupied by the Muslim ruler, Ottoman Turkish ruler, as I told you just now, Sultan Muhammad II, from whom? Christians. Got my point? Right. So A3. So what is where is A3? Here and here. Next 1498. So as you know very well that VascodaGama, who was a sailor from Portugal, reached to Kallikota. Kallikota is in Malabar region. That is in Western India. That is the present Kerala. Malabar means Kerala area. So he reached to Kallikota in the month of May, 3rd week of May, 1498 AD. At that time, the Kallikota local ruler, Malabar ruler, was Jamorin Shah, or Raja Manovikrama, or otherwise known as Samudrika. Actually, Jamorin was a hereditary title assumed by the kings of Malabar. So particularly our Raja Manovikrama. This you need to understand very carefully and remember. So in 1498, VascodaGama reached to India. here actually he started his voyage from where? So Lisbon, Portugal, and followed the west coast of African continent and reached to south edge point of Africa, and from here he reached to Mozambique, one of the area in east side of Africa, and from here with the help of Abdul Mazid, who was a merchant, he finally reached to where? Kalikota area, Malabar area, by the third week of May 1498. Remember, okay? So Vasco da Gama was a Portugal sailor, so who started his voyage, his journey from Lisbon, Portugal, and followed the west coast of African continent and reached to south edge point of African continent, and from here he reached to Mozambique. From here, with the help of Abdul Mazid, who was a merchant, he successfully reached to the Malabar region, a place called Kalikota, by third week of May 1498. Remember. So at that time, its ruler was, just as I told you, its ruler was Raja Manu Vikramavarma or Samudrika or Jamarin Shah Raja Manu Vikramavarma. Remember. So B answer is 5. So where is 5? So here, here, and here. Next. So 1524, so Vasco da Gama died in that year due to a fever, that is malaria, right? So as you know very well that in 1524 Vasco da Gama died. Next 1509, so Battle of Dayu, so in which Portuguese defeated the local merchants and established its sway over the western part of India. So here C, for C, what is the right one? 2, C2, where is C2? Here. Next 1509, that is Battle of Dayu 1. So answer is 3, remember. So question number 1 answer is 3. Next, moving on to the next slide. Next question. Next. So in question number 2, in which of the following year Portuguese occupied Goa? 1510, 1512, 1502, 1602. Tell me what is the right answer for the question number 2. So the right answer for the question number 2 is, right answer is 1510. So in the year 1510, they occupied Goa. So which later became the main chief center of their trade. Actually, the first main important trade center of the Portugal trade in India was at Calicut only. Calicut. Later they shifted from Calicut to which place? Goa. But Goa was occupied by them in the year 1510. Remember, 1510. At that time, its Portugal governor in India was so Albuquerque was the second Portugal governor in India. So during his time, he occupied which place? Goa. And in 1511, during his reign only, what was happened? So a friendship treaty was signed with Vijayanagara king. Then Vijayanagara king was SKDR. SKDR stands for SriKrishnaDevaRaya, who ruled from 1509 to 1529. So Portuguese also signed on a friendship treaty with the local South Indian strongest kingdom, that is our Vijayanagara kingdom. At that time, Vijayanagara king was SriKrishnaDevaRaya. So he came forward to sign on this with Portuguese, right? Remember. So it was happened in it took place in the year 1511. Before here, Goa was occupied by the Portuguese during the time of the Albuquerque period. So in Goa, they stayed up to, Portuguese people stayed up to, ruled, this was ruled by them up to 1961, third week of December, remember. So finally, then the Indian government in 1961, so conducted a Operation Vijay and also occupied Goa from the Portuguese. So in this regard, remember, Portuguese was the first European country to come to India for trade purpose. As well, Portuguese was the European country which finally left from India. That's why you need to remember here regarding Portuguese as first come, last go country. First come and last go country. From where? India. Okay. Portuguese was the first European country to come to India for trade purpose, and the Portuguese country as well, the last country to leave from India, right? Next, we are moving on to next slide, that is Question number 3. Consider the following. Vasco da Gama was a sailor of Spain. Narasimharaya was the Immadi Narasimharaya. Immadi Narasimharaya was the ruler of Vijayanagara kingdom when Vasco da Gama reached to Calicut. Third one. Vasco da Gama died due to malaria. Goa was the first main center of Portuguese trade in India. Jamarin, the hereditary title of the ruler of Calicut. So here, from the given statements, first statement is absolutely wrong because just now as I told you, he was a sailor from Portugal. He came to India with the help of then Portugal king Victor Emmanuel. Victor Emmanuel, right. So he reached to Calicut in the Malabar region of the present Kerala by 3rd week of May 1498, just now as I told you. Immadi Narasimharaya was the ruler of Vijayanagara kingdom when Vasco da Gama reached to India. Right statement? Right. Next, Vasco da Gama died due to malaria in 1524, just now as I told you. Next, Goa was the first main center. No, not first main center, second main center, right, and last main center of them. So, first main center of them was Calicut, remember. So, later it was shifted to Goa, that is different, right. So, here this one is the wrong one. This one is the right one. Next, Jamorin, remember Jamorin, it is the hereditary title of Calicut king, okay, right, it is the right. So here remember, choose incorrect statements from the above and select answer from the quotes given below. What are the incorrect statements? Given incorrect statements are 1 and 4. So where is 1 and 4? Here 2. So this is the answer for the question number 3. Next one, next question, fourth question. Francisco Xavier, who was a famous Christian saint, paid his visit to India during the time of Ninoda Cunha or Alfonso de Albuquerque, Francisco de Almeida or Martin Alfonso de Sousa. So, Francis Xavier, Saint Francis Xavier, saint, I have to add saint here, saint, okay. So, Saint Francisco Xavier, so came to India during the time of which, Portugal governed in India? So, Ninoda Cunha or Alfonso de Albuquerque or Francisco de Almeida or Martin Alfonso de Sousa. So, the right answer for this question here is, Martin Alfonso de Sousa. During the time of the Portugal governor in India, Martin Alfonso de Sousa, a famous Christian, missionary came led by, Saint Francis Xavier. So the purpose behind is coming to India was to propagate, Christianism in India. Remember. So for the question number 4, answer is also 4. Answer is also 4. Next question, fifth question. So match the following list 1 with list 2. So list 1, Portuguese, British, Dutch, French. List 2, Cochin 1502, Machilipatnam 1611, Machilipatnam 1605, Surat 1668, Tranquebar 1620. Right. Here, actually, these are the European countries which came to India and these are the colonies of them, trade centers of them, right? So, let us look into that. So, Portuguese established its colony at, trade center at, this Cochin, right? So, A1, there is A1, here. Next, British established its colony at Machilipatnam. So, 2 right, here, right? Next. Dutch, 1605, Machilipatnam, same. So, here 3. Yeah, 3. So, Dutch, C3. So, 3 is here. Okay. So, answer is 1 only. Yeah. So, next one, French, Surat, 4. Yeah. So, for the question number 5, answer is, 1. This code is right, answer code. So, Portuguese established its colony at Cochin, Kangranur, Machilipatnam, remember. Next, British also established its colony at, Machilipatnam. Old name of it was Machilipatnam or Pattanam. Okay. So, the ship, British ship reached to Machilipatnam or Machilipatnam in 1611, led by Captain Hippan. Remember, Captain Hippan. What was the name of the ship? So, Globe. Globe. The name of the ship was Globe, in which a delegation came. So led by whom? Captain Hippan. So with the prayer permission of then the Golconda Sultan of Hyderabad. So both, as Dutch people as well. First first people to come to Machilipatnam was Dutch only, Europe people. Later British people came. Both took the permission from home. Then the Golconda Hyderabad Sultan. So for to establish their colony or business at Machilipatnam, respectively in 1605 and 1611 by both Dutch and British. Next, French. As we know very well, in the year 1664, French East India Company was founded. French East India Company was founded. So by its finance minister, so Colbert, during the time of Louis XIV, then who was the Bourbon dynasty ruler of France. So it came to India under the leadership of Francis Caron and established its colony at Surat in 1668. So right, so first answer for question number 5, answer is 1. So I want to add some more point to this one. Tranquebar in Tamil Nadu, where Denmark or Danish people established their colony. So Danish or Denmark country also came to India for trade purpose and established 2 colonies mainly in India. One is at Tranquebar in Tamil Nadu, that was in 1620, established in 1620, and later they also established a colony at Serampur in Bengal. Later, they have only 2 colonies mainly in India, namely Tranquebar in Tamil Nadu and Serampur in Bengal. Finally, these 2 areas were sold to British in the mid of the 19th century and they left for their hometown, home country. That's it. So that is answer 5-1. Next, last question. Which of the following are correct? Okay, so here French East India Company was founded in 1664. Just now, as I told you, wrong statement. So 1664, it was founded in 1664 during the time of the Bourbon King of France, Louis XIV, with the help of his able finance minister, Colbert. Next, Constantinople city was occupied by Sultan Muhammad II. As a part of the explanation of the question number 1 of this session, I have told you. So Sultan Muhammad II was the greatest ruler of Ottoman Turkish Empire who occupied Constantinople from the Christians. Particularly the present name of Constantinople is Istanbul, which is now in Turkey. Next, so right statement. Next, French East India Company was founded during the reign of Louis XV. Just now, as I told you, 14th Louis, not 15th. Right, wrong statement. Francois Modern was the founder of Puducherry. Right. So Akbar was the Mughal emperor during the time of the establishment of British East India Company in London. So right answer, right? So here French East India Company, as I told you, established in 1664. Next, Constantinople city was founded by Constantine I, which later occupied by Sultan Muhammad II in the year 1453, and the present name of it is Istanbul, which is now in Turkey. Right, he was the greatest ruler of the Ottoman Turkish Empire, as I told you. French East India Company was founded during the time of Louis XIV with his able finance minister, our Colbert, which later came to India in under leadership of Francis Caron and established his colonies at Surat and other parts of India. Francois Modern was the founder of the Puducherry, right? So actually this Puducherry consisting of 4, including Puducherry, remaining 3 means total 4. What are they? Yanam, Mahe, Karaikal and Puducherry. Okay. So Puducherry consisting of not only Puducherry but also including Puducherry, so Karaikal, Mahe, Yanam, right? Akbar, full name is Jalaluddin Muhammad Akbar. Jalaluddin Muhammad Akbar was the Mughal emperor in India at the time of the establishment of British East India Company in London. Actually, British India Company was given permission for its trade and commerce in the east side of the countries by then its queen Elizabeth I. Elizabeth I's tenure was from she ruled England from between 1558 to 1603. So she was the last ruler of Tudor dynasty of England. She belongs to Tudor dynasty. She had only given permission to the British East India Company for its trade and commerce in the east side of the world. Remember. So this so what is the right answer for the question number 6? So for correct statements are here 2 and 4 and 5. So where are 2, 4, 5? Yeah, here 3. So question number 6 answer is 3. Remember. Okay, this is all for today. If you like this video, please you must like this video and also subscribe to our channel Madhu's Online Academy. As well, share this video to your friends and also leave a comment, okay, in the comment box. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe.